3 image tools for marketing on a budget. Why this is great is because um, a lot of us are, have time constraints. People who go into marketing aren't necessarily, somebody who knows Photoshop or is a graphic artist, is very good at that. So we're really lucky that the iPhone and iOS allow these apps, right? And there's app developers out there that make these amazing apps for those of us that are like graphically challenged or don't know Photoshop, and Photoshop is expensive. It takes time. You have to do it on Photoshop, then upload it, make sure you get your image size right. Well, we're fortunate enough to have all these apps that do it for us today. I mean, literally, you can go on there and it will just say, Instagram size. It'll just say Facebook size, Facebook ad campaign size, Twitter size, Facebook cover size. Like it's almost stupid simple. It's really great. It's really stupid simple. So I'm just going to write this in. 3 image tools for marketing on a budget. And who doesn't walk around with their cell phone today, right? So because we all, marketing on a beautiful, that autocorrected for me. We all walk around with our cell phones today. So there we go. So that's why this is great. So first, I just want to talk about one of the reasons we decided to do this is because last week we had a course which was really great at Centro. We had our digital marketing course, and we had 25 spots available. 15 people came, which really ended up being perfect. We had this U-shaped. It was super intimate. We did a round robin. Everybody got to know each other. We exchanged cards. We did some great networking. We had an amazing meal by Centro. Once again, thank you, Centro. It's a beautiful atmosphere, and the food is amazing there. And it was 3 hours long, and I, honest to God, I thought everybody was just going to like jump up and leave afterwards because that's a lot to take in. It was a long course. It was so great, and everybody had so much fun, and they had so many stories. We all ended up sitting around talking about, business issues and what our challenges are in digital marketing and exchanging cards. And it was really, really wonderful. But one of the things we did was Kelsey, part of the course was Kelsey gave some information about some of the free graphic websites that we use. We do a lot of paid, of course, because we're a digital marketing company, but there are also a couple free ones out there. And let me tell you, the audience loved that idea, And so one of them that I'm going to tell you today is called Pexels. It's Pexels. So you can go onto your laptop or your desktop, and Pexels gives you free images. You can size them. The graphics are gorgeous. They have a huge library, and it's all free. It's pretty amazing. It really is. It's really, really great. We do pay for Adobe Photo, stock photo, of course. And we do pay for Canva, but excuse me, Canva, Canva is also another great free website, canva.com, and that gives you a lot of great free graphics. We do pay for ours as well because you always get more with the paid version, and for us it's worth it. But Canva also gives you all those pre-measured sizes, so you can just pick the size. And I'm actually going to do a little tutorial in a minute for you guys on the split screen on Facebook. I'm going to do a tutorial with Canva just to show you how great it is. Okay, so there's a few details that are important. Let me take a listen. When you are creating, okay? And when you're going to create, and I'm talking about the major platforms that are using graphics that need to look really wonderful, okay? So I'm talking about Instagram, mostly here, right? I love Instagram, and your graphics need to be really great. Stories, which if you're not on stories, you guys really need to get onto stories. It's on Instagram. It only lasts for 24 hours. But the amount of people using stories is like rising daily. People love stories, and it's another great platform to get your message across. And it's only there for 24 hours. And you can do, like this will go on stories and it will stay there for 24 hours. But also, what we will do is, good morning. Oh, I was just going to say good morning, Tortorella. Good morning, Tortorella. Also, if you're going to do your stories are actually kind of getting fancy now too. And if you go and you look at Stark Media Group stories, I'm going to tell you which app I use for that. And the reason I love this app is because it's easy to use, right? I don't have a lot of time to be learning these different apps. And there are a lot of apps out there. You can seriously search for all these different types of apps all the time. And I'm going to give you a couple today. Some are a little bit more complicated than others, but the one that I use, I love it. It's easy to use. It's simple, stupid. It is the paid version, and I am considering the paid version because I don't think it's that expensive for us. And it makes beautiful stories. That app is specifically for stories. And if you go back after this and you look at my story, the one where Abby and I did a photo shoot yesterday, I made with this. It's called Mojo. And then the one with the dogs, because it was National Rescue Dog Day, I also made with Mojo. So when you're thinking about your platform, make sure that you are thinking about the correct size and that the graphic looks really great. Hi, EJ Spa. Thanks for joining, guys. So I told you about Canva, right? Canva.com. That's free and paid version. Pexels for your images. Now I'm going to tell you about the apps that you can get on your phone that are free and paid versions. And depending on whatever your budget is, or if you like it, or if you want to choose it, what you may use. So the first one is the one I use, and it's called Mojo, Mojo. This is an app on my phone, and it is for iOS and it is for an iPhone, okay? I have the free version right now. It is $39.99 for the year to get the pro version. That's what I'm using for my stories. Mojo is specifically for stories because it makes my stories really pretty and eye-catching. And when I see somebody else's stories that are pretty and eye-catching, like I follow the photographer Caitlin Ferris. She's a wedding photographer. You should go on and look at her stories. She's clearly extremely talented, but her stories are really, really pretty. And she must be using some sort of app for it, but they're so eye-catching. I just watch them because they're so nice. So if you look at the Mojo.com, Mojo app, check it out. It's for stories. I found it super easy. And it's a free version. And then if you want to pay for it, it's $40 for the year, which I don't think is so bad. And it makes really, really great videos or graphics for your stories. That's the one that I love. The next one is called Over, Over, Over. This is also an app, okay? And it's for iOS and Android. That's what I meant to say before. iOS and Android. You also have the free and the paid version, and you can start with your 7-day free trial if you want. And you also get free photos with that. You go on there and you check that out. Everybody always needs graphics, right? You need licensed graphics. That's like sometimes really hard. We don't always have the time to go out and do photo shoots or to, search for all those graphics. So if you can find an app that actually gives you free graphics too, like this thing's amazing. So I tried all of these apps out while I used Mojo. but I tried the other apps out too, just to see like the difficulty level. I found Over to be very simple, stupid. Every single one of these can get more detailed, and you can get more creative if you get over that learning curve. And of course, if you buy the pro version. So for Over, it's $100 for the year for iOS and $39.99 for Android for the year. But you can try your 7-day free trial if you want. You can do a 7-day free trial and see if it works for you. So what's really great about that too is, like I told you, it also has music. I tell you, what is going on with Instagram lately? This is crazy. So when you do the paid version also, you always get a lot more with the paid version. And what I think people are forgetting to do on stories as well, I mean, I think we always remember to do it on our Instagram feed, but on stories, I think what we forget to do too is to have like a call to action too. So what's great about the Over is you can include your call to action. This is the paid version. You can include your call to action. You can include music too, though, and that's free. But I'm sure you'll get more music if you paid for it. But I mean, you guys got to check out Over. It's really great, and that's for your feed and your stories. Love it. The third one I'm going to tell you about is Union, Union. Union is another app, and this is also for iOS. And Union really, what Union's great about is people like to get super creative, and they like to like merge pictures, like put one picture on top of the other or merge them somehow. Even just for graphic art, like once again, if you don't know Photoshop, these apps are amazing. They make it very, very easy for people. I apologize for these poor connections, guys. I don't know what's going on with Facebook today, but Instagram. But you can remove backgrounds from photos with Union, and you can combine photos with Union. So that's the kind of the difference with Union versus Mojo or what's the other one I just told you about? Over. So really that's what Union's for. Hence the name, right? We're joining pictures together. Now, I tried this. When you start it out, it seems really simple, but to me, there seems to be a little bit of a learning curve there. I was having a little bit of difficulty yesterday, really kind of getting over that learning curve with Union. I was getting a little frustrated, and I didn't give myself enough time. I'm sure if you just took the time and you were patient, and maybe if you read about it or followed along with the instructions first or something, or maybe even pulled up like a YouTube video, it would help you. But I was getting a little frustrated with Union. So Union's learning curve, I'm going to say difficulty is a little bit more than the other two. But if it's something that you're interested in, then I would absolutely check that out, because you can also do the free 7-day trial with that one too. So a couple things I just want to remind you guys about when you are doing your graphics, okay? Always try, like, when we're really going to concentrate on like Instagram stories, Instagram posting, when you guys are going to make these, and in general, kind of try to always take your pictures in a vertical format, not necessarily in the horizontal. If you're going to do video, do the horizontal. That's going to show up better on your platforms. But if you're going to do the graphics, try to do them in the vertical. And the optimal images are usually 1080 by 1350 pixels. Vertical images usually fill the screen better. And also, you have higher engagement with a vertical picture than you do with a horizontal picture. So remember that. Higher engagement with a vertical picture than you do with a horizontal picture. Isn't it amazing? Like these little things, like they all make a difference, right? It's crazy, but they do. Here's another tip, okay? Keep your text to a minimum. First of all, Facebook, that rule still stands for Facebook when you're posting on Facebook and Facebook ad campaigns. They want less than 20% of your picture to have any text on it. The less text you have on your picture, the higher you will rank. And you'll see if you do a Facebook ad campaign and you're posting and things, you'll see that you're going to get farther reach. Why they do this, I don't know. Because they don't want people to have to be reading, I guess. But you will get a farther reach if you are using 20% less of your photo with text on it. So keep your text down. Also, your image should portray your message, right? So you really try to find an image that when somebody sees it, they're getting a pretty good idea of what you're trying to tell them, so that you make it a thumb stopper. They get an idea of what you're trying to tell them, and then look at me, I'm spitting at myself. And then that's gonna lead them to reading your body, right? And then of course, you don't forget your call to action. And if you are on Instagram, be sure to use the link tree that we've told you guys about. And then this way with Linktree, you can add all your different links in there. So you can always just say link in bio. And once they go right to that, you could have, that's also a free version. And then there is a paid version. I mean, we have 5 links in there and we don't pay for it. So that's pretty good. What's really great is if you have courses, applications, we link to our website, we link to our contact page. We link to any courses that we have, we link to anything important, and you can change it on a daily basis. It's great. On an hourly basis if you want. It's really great. All right, I told you about 20% rule. And then here's another little tip. Okay, in your design, the white space, if you have white spaces in your design, you almost want to incorporate those white spaces. And why do you want to do that? Because an empty space in a design could actually cause someone to move their eye to where you want them to look at. So it can almost, it brings balance to your photo, and white space can help direct somebody to actually where you want them to go, to maybe like a call to action or something. So take advantage of your white spaces in your photos as well. So just to recap, keep your, hi, thanks for joining. So just to recap, okay, keep your text images less than 20% of your image. Keep your texting less than 20% of your image. Keep your image vertical, right? Not horizontal. Unless you're doing a video, then make sure you do it horizontal. And then also take advantage of your white spaces. And because white spaces can help lead somebody to a call to action or an image. And try to portray your message in your image. And that's the great thing about a couple of these apps that I told you about, especially Over, that comes actually with images, and it comes with music. So, I mean, Over, you really may want to go check that out because it comes with images. And there's no reason for you guys to be putting up anything that's like blurry, that's not focused, that doesn't look good, not with all the apps that are out today. If you went on your app and you searched around for all the new types of like graphics that are coming out today for Facebook and Instagram, things like that. I mean, there's so many of them. You could spend days and days looking. But, here I am. I'm trying to narrow them down for you. And hopefully you can check out, excuse me, you can check out a couple of these and find one that works for you too. All right. So the last thing I'm going to do is I am going to, in case anybody's going to leave me on Instagram, I just want to say, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and at Stark Media Group NY. And also reminder that we will only be here once a month in June, July, and August. And to have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys next week on Memorial Day. What I'm going to do right now is I'm on Facebook. I'm on my split screen for Be Live, and I just pulled up the Canva page because I'm going to show everybody how easy it is to use Canva, canva.com, to create a design. We pay for it, but it is free. And so when you go over here to Canva, you're going to see create a design. And then when you go down, you see right away, it gives you all of your sizing. This is like amazing. All of your sizing. You don't have to think about this. All you have to think about is, where am I going to post? I'm going to post on Instagram. So you literally click Instagram post. So I just clicked Instagram post. It comes up, okay? And then it gives you all of these options. It gives you have a search engine. You can put anything in there. I'm going to put in beach just because we live out on the East End. This is what we all love. And it's a gorgeous day. So I put in beach. It gives you all these templates, beautiful pictures. It gives you some writing on there that you can change. So it gives you ideas already. On the left-hand side, on the bar, okay, you have your toggles. You can choose other photos, elements like stickers or grids or charts, frames. I mean, everything. You can change your background. You can upload. Yes, I love when there are ready-made templates for various media pages too. So Canva is, if you don't know about Canva, go check it out because it's exactly what this does. You can upload your own pictures if you want. Also logos, which of course, if we make something and we want to put a logo on it, we can do that as well. And then you can create your own folders. But I'm going to go back to templates, okay? And Canva is life. Yeah, word. So I'm just going to choose this top one. There are free and paid versions. And this is what I love, okay? We already pay for Canva. And then they still have things in there we can pay for. I like, marketing. What can I tell you? So I just choose this one. This is really cute. It says good times and tan lines. Summer 2020. I'm down with that. And it's just really easy enough for me to go in and double click and just change all of my writing. I can keep it in this font. I can change this font. I'm just going to say Stark Media Groups, if I spell right. Maybe not. Summer 2019. And then it says summer 2020 down here. I can choose to keep it or I can get rid of it. I just got rid of it. Now, if I didn't like this font, I could just go to the bar up above. There's a drop-down menu. This is simple, stupid people. Drop-down menu, and there's all these different fonts that I want. I can change my size. I can change the color of my writing. I can make it bold. I can make it Italian. I can move it around my picture if I want. I can add anything that I want. And then what's really nice about it too is I can just download this and save it for later. I can also hook up my social profiles to Canva and I can just automatically post right from Canva. What we usually do is we download them. But Canva also has Giphy. So if you want to create a Giphy on here, you can, which I love because GIFs can be a lot of fun. So you can also create a GIF. Now, I don't know if the free version has this. They may. Why wouldn't they, right? They'd be selling. But Canva's constantly updating, and they really are changing up the game. They're always making themselves better and better. You can now create T-shirts, invitations, postcards, business cards. They really, and now that LinkedIn also likes video and things like that, they have the LinkedIn profile. You can link to that, your LinkedIn page, your Twitter page, your Facebook page. Canva is always upping their game. It's really, really great. I love Canva. So, I just made that one and I can save it as a PNG. I can save it as a JPEG, PDF, and the animation, which is what I just told you. I could save it any way I want. So Canva is definitely something everybody should be using. And I think most people do know about Canva. I think I first heard about Canva over 5 years ago at a social media marketing conference. And we've been using it ever since. It's just really great. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lower that. I hope you guys really enjoyed today. Just to recap, those apps that I'm talking about are Mojo, M-O-J-O app, Over, O-V-E-R app. And then the last app I told you about was called Union, and that's the one where you can combine pictures, get rid of the background, merge them, collaborate. And the other two things I told you about were Pexels, Pexels. Those are free graphics. If you are looking for graphics, you must keep that one. That is really, really amazing. And I have not hit a limit. I think I downloaded 6 yesterday. Even though we pay for Adobe Photostock, I happen to see what I like on Pexels. And then the last thing we talked about was Canva. So that's 5 things I just told you guys about that are free. You can do the free versions. I said I was going to do 3 imaging tools today for Marketers on a Budget. I gave you 5 because that's what we do here at Stark Media. We go big or we go home. So I hope you guys had a great day. I hope you really enjoyed this. And be sure to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and send in, love you too, dude. Thanks so much. I'm gonna give you some hearts. We will see you next week. And then after that, only once a month for June, July, and August, because summers are awesome. So any questions, comments, anything you guys are interested in, anything you want to learn about, you can always email us. You can DM us, give us a call. My number is 631-903-4082. And we hope to hear from you guys. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great Tuesday.